Hi, I'm Jonathan Geffner, and this is my friend Schmendrick.
Hey, Jonathan, what are we doing here?
Well, Schmendrick, we're here today, along with our other friends, to talk about the dangers of drugs.
Oh, what in the world are you talking about?
Well, Schmendrick, there are many different drugs that some people use if they're not smart.
Like what?
Like marijuana, or heroin, or maybe cocaine.
Oh, what in the world is that?
Well, Schmendrick, the most deadly and dangerous form of cocaine is something called crack.
Oh! What in the world is that?
Schmendrick, you don't know what crack is?
Well, yeah, that's the line in my kitchen ceiling.
No, that's different.
Yeah, you know, that's where all the cockroaches hide.
No, that's a different kind of crack.
It's the same thing.
Schmendrick,
Yeah.
crack cocaine looks like a little white rock that some people smoke.
Oh, why in the world do they do that?
That's a good question.
So give me a good answer.
Well, Schmendrick, they do it because at first it makes them feel good or high.
Hello?
I said it makes them feel high.
Hello?
Schmendrick, when we talk about getting high from drugs, we mean that at first it makes you feel good.
So what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that is the good feeling just lasts a short time. Then it begins to make you feel bad and sick, and it could even kill you.
Oh, so what do you expect me to do about it?
What I expect you to do is to help me talk to our friends in TV land and remind them to stay away from drugs.
Oh, how in the world are we going to do that?
Well, we're just going to talk about drugs and why they're bad for you.
But I didn't rehearse.
Well, it's too late now.
I'm not ready.
Schmendrick, are you nervous?
No.
Schmendrick,
Yeah.
count slowly from 1 to 10. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 10.
You left out some numbers there.
No, I didn't.
Hey, Schmendrick, I think you left out 11.
No, I didn't, Ezra.
All right, Schmendrick, do you feel relaxed?
Yes, I do.
Good. Well, girls and boys, drugs are bad for you for many reasons.
Hey, Jonathan, he's still shaking.
Thank you, Danny. Schmendrick,
Yeah.
take a deep breath. Go ahead. Schmendrick. All right, now do you feel relaxed?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, as I was saying, girls and boys, drugs are bad for you for many reasons.
He's still shaking, Johnny.
Thank you, Ezra. Schmendrick,
Yeah.
listen, take a deep breath and hold it while I count to 3. Go ahead. Schmendrick. 1, 2, 3. I think that did the trick. Now, do you feel relaxed?
That's right.
Okay, good.
You look nervous.
I do.
That's right. Hey, Ezra, doesn't Jonathan look nervous?
No, sir.
Who asked you?
You did.
No, I didn't.
Well, don't worry, I'm not that nervous.
Hey, Jonathan,
What?
take a deep breath and hold it while I talk.
While you talk?
That's right.
Schmendrick, if I hold my breath, you can't talk.
So I'm not going to talk.
Good.
I'm going to sing
You're going to sing what?
the alphabet.
While I hold my breath.
Go ahead.
I don't think that's possible.
Hey, do you take drugs?
No, I don't take drugs.
Well, I thought you said if you don't take drugs, you can do anything.
You know, that's true. If you don't take drugs, you'll be smarter and healthier, and you can do whatever you put your mind to. But it takes practice.
Go ahead, try it.
Hey, Jonathan, why don't you give it a try?
Yeah, try it, Johnny.
Okay, guys, I'll try. I hold my breath, you sing the alphabet.
Go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. How do you feel?
A little bit out of breath.
That's funny, I don't.
Hey, Jonathan, aren't you glad you don't use drugs?
Yes, I am, Danny. Schmendrick, aren't you glad you don't use drugs?
Yeah, I know everything.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this. Schmendrick,
Yeah.
what would you do if somebody came up to you?
Who?
Well, not a doctor or nurse. Somebody else showed you a pill, told you to swallow it to feel good.
That sounds like fun. I would do it.
Ezra, would you do that?
No, sir.
Ezra, how come?
I think Ezra knows something you don't.
No, he doesn't.
All right, Schmendrick,
Yeah.
what would you do if somebody showed you some white powder, told you to sniff it up your nose to get high?
That sounds delicious. I would do it.
Danny, would you do that?
No way.
Danny, how come?
I think Danny knows something you don't.
No, he doesn't.
All right, Schmendrick.
Yeah.
What would you do if somebody showed you a kind of needle, told you to stick it in your arm to get high and feel good?
It sounds like loads of fun. I would do it.
Would you guys do that?
No, sir.
No way.
Why not?
Schmendrick, I think Danny and Ezra both know there's a word for all these pills, powders, needles, and other things people use if they're not smart. Schmendrick, what are they called?
Chocolate cake.
No.
Chocolate ice cream.
No.
I know.
What?
Chocolate chip cookies.
No. Schmendrick, they're called drugs.
I knew that.
And Schmendrick,
Yeah.
remember, drugs can make you very sick, and they can hurt your internal organs.
Who?
They can hurt your organs.
Oh, I don't care. I play the saxophone.
Schmendrick,
Yeah.
your internal organs are inside your body, like your heart, your lungs, your liver, and your kidneys. Drugs can damage them, and they could even kill you.
I don't believe you.
Why not?
Because whenever I get sick, my doctor gives me drugs.
I know what you mean, and that's a good point. There are some drugs that might be good for you if you're sick. I said a doctor or nurse can give them to you, right?
Yeah.
Because they're called medicine. Now, medicine's good, but all the rest are very bad.
I knew that.
So, Schmendrick,
Yeah.
what are you going to say if somebody tries to give you drugs?
Well, maybe I'll just try it once in a while.
No, you can't even try drugs once in a while, Schmendrick,
How come?
because you could become addicted.
I knew that.
Schmendrick, what does it mean to be addicted?
Well, that's when you don't pay your rent and they kick you out of your house.
No, that's evicted, not addicted.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Ezra, what does it mean to be addicted to something?
Well, Jonathan, you were addicted into the Ventriloquist Hall of Fame.
Ezra, you mean indicted.
No, that's inducted.
I think Jonathan's infected.
No, Danny, he's defective.
And we're all afflicted with Jonathan.
Okay, guys, listen. When you're addicted to something, it means you get used to it, and you can't stop doing it, even if it makes you very sick.
Yeah, I think you got sort of hooked on it.
That's right, Ezra. Now, Schmendrick,
Yeah,
there are some drugs that are addictive, even though they're legal.
I knew that.
Schmendrick, what's legal?
That's a large bird that flies in the Rocky Mountains.
No, that's an eagle.
It's the same thing.
Danny, what's legal?
That's a white bird that hangs out on the beach.
No, that's seagull. Ezra, what's legal?
Yeah, that's a dog with big floppy ears.
No, that's a beagle. Listen, guys, legal means that grown-ups are allowed to buy and use something, and illegal means that it's against the law.
I knew that.
But Schmendrick,
Yeah,
even legal drugs might be bad for you and addictive.
like what?
Well, like alcohol.
I knew that.
Schmendrick,
Yeah.
give me an example of an alcoholic drink.
Orange juice?
No, guess again.
Lemonade?
No.
I know.
What?
Tootsie Frutti ice cream sodas.
No, you're way off. Guys, give me examples of alcoholic drinks.
Yes, sir. Whiskey,
That's right.
Beer.
That's right.
wine,
Wine cooler.
champagne.
That's right, Ezra. Those are all examples of alcohol.
I told them the answers.
Hey, Jonathan, my parents drink alcohol sometimes.
Well, Ezra, it's legal for grown-ups to drink alcohol, and a little bit might not hurt them. But it's better not to drink it because it can be addictive.
My parents smoke cigarettes.
Well, Danny, cigarettes are legal too, but they're very addictive and very bad for their health.
Yeah, it makes me feel sick just to smell this stuff.
So, Danny, why don't you tell them to stop?
Well, that's a good idea, Schmendrick, because cigarettes can even hurt other people who breathe it in.
Yeah, so tell them it makes you sick, and you don't want them to be sick either.
That's a very good idea, Schmendrick. Why don't you tell them how you feel about it, Danny, and maybe you'll influence them to stop.
What if they don't?
Well, if they don't stop smoking, then at least ask them to please not smoke in the house.
Jonathan, what if somebody's parents are using illegal drugs?
Yeah, what if they drive a car after they drink a lot of alcohol?
Well, those are both very serious and dangerous problems.
What should they do?
Well, if your parents use illegal drugs, or if they drive a car after drinking alcohol, you need to get help from grown-ups in school.
Like who?
Well, Schmendrick, who do you think?
Your teacher?
That's right, you can talk to your teacher about it. Danny, who else can you talk to?
Your principal and your drug counselor.
That's right. Ezra, who else can you talk to?
The school nurse and the guidance counselor.
That's right, Ezra. And talk to any other grown-ups you know in school if your parents do anything that is dangerous or upsets or hurts you.
That's right.
Okay, now girls and boys, I want to tell you something that's very important. Schmendrick, who are you looking at?
Those kids out there
Which kids?
in TV land,
It's not polite to stare.
are they real?
What do you think, they're puppets?
That's right, they're puppets.
Schmendrick, who do you think makes them talk?
You do?
I don't make them talk.
Hey, kids out there in TV land, when I say go, say hello, Schmendrick. Ready, set, go. You did that.
No, I didn't. I don't make them talk.
I'm just kidding.
Good.
I make them talk.
You do?
That's right.
How do you do that?
I'm a ventriloquist.
You're a what?
Ventriloquist.
You mean ventriloquist.
That's what I said, ventriloquist.
Schmendrick, repeat after me. Ventriloquist. Ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
Schmendrick,
Yeah.
say ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
All right, now you've got it. Now, Schmendrick,
Yeah.
if you're a ventriloquist, what am I?
You?
Yes.
You're a big dummy.
Schmendrick, I'm not a dummy because I don't take drugs.
Oh, I'm not the dummy.
You don't think you're a dummy?
No.
Give me one reason why you're not a dummy.
Oh, because I don't take drugs.
Well, I'm glad you've learned your lesson, Schmendrick. Now, Schmendrick,
Yeah.
what are you going to say if somebody tries to give you drugs?
I'm going to say, I'm not a dummy. I don't take drugs.
That's right. This is my friend Chippy. Say hello, Chippy.
Hello.
Chippy, we were looking for you. Where were you?
I was looking for bananas.
Chippy, do you know where we are today?
I don't know.
Do you know what we're doing here today?
I don't know.
Chippy, what can you tell us about the dangers of drugs?
I don't know.
Well, Chippy, let me ask you this question.
Jonathan,
What?
you have a flea in your ear.
Don't be silly, Chippy.
Now you do. Hold still.
All right. Chippy, you know that's bad manners.
It was a big flea.
Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry you have fleas in your ear.
That's not what I meant. Okay, Chippy, tell me this.
Jonathan,
What?
scratch my ear,
I'm not going to scratch your ear.
please.
Chippy, we're talking about something important now.
But it's itchy.
I'll scratch it later, okay?
But it's itchy now.
All right, I'll scratch your ear.
That's the wrong ear.
Sorry. I don't know why I bother.
I love how Jonathan does this.
That's very sweet. I think that's enough scratching. Okay, Chippy, we have a very important question about... Chippy, what are you looking for?
I lost my underwear.
Oh, stop that. Aren't you ashamed of yourself, Chippy?
I don't know.
Well, Chippy, tell me this. What would you say if somebody tried to get you to try drugs?
I call for my friends to help me.
Who are your friends?
King Kong and the Gila Gorilla.
Well, I guess that's okay if you can find them. But tell me this, Chippy.
Yeah.
What would you say if somebody came up to you, not a doctor or nurse, somebody else showed you a pill, told you to swallow it, or showed you a needle, told you to stick it in your arm to feel good?
I'd say, do you have a banana?
Forget about the banana. You should say no. And Ezra, what else could he say?
He could say, I'm not a dummy. I don't take drugs.
That's right, Ezra. Chippy, do you think you'll remember that?
I don't know.
Well, Chippy,
Yeah.
tell me, what if somebody came up to you, showed you some white powder, told you to sniff it up your nose, or some paint or glue and told you to sniff that? What would you say?
I'd say, I'd still like a banana.
Forget about the banana. You should say no. And Danny, what else could he say?
He could say, I'm not a dummy. I don't take drugs.
That's right, Danny. Chippy, do you think you'll remember that?
I don't know.
Chippy, tell me this. What would you say if somebody gave you alcohol to drink, or a cigarette to smoke, or any drug, legal or illegal? What would you say?
I'd say, is it banana flavored?
It doesn't matter what flavor it is. You should say no. And Schmendrick, if you tell him what else to say, together with all our friends from TV land, when I say go, maybe he'll learn. Ready, set, go.
I'm not a dummy. I don't take drugs.
That's very good. Chippy, I want you to show us you'll remember that by saying it for us now.
I'm not a dummy. I don't take drugs.
Very good. Now, Chippy, I want to ask all our friends in TV land, are you kids ever going to try drugs? I didn't think so. Chippy, don't you think our friends are smart?
I know.
Well, that's good, and I know too. Now, Chippy, what would you say to all our friends who are so smart and so nice?
They're not going to like it.
They're going to like it.
I don't think they're going to like it, Jonathan.
I bet if you say it to them, they'll say the same thing to you.
Really?
Yes, go ahead.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Really sure?
Yes, really sure.
Really, really sure?
Yes, come on, go ahead, like we practiced.
I'm going to do it.
Go ahead, do it.
Right now.
Right now.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared, come on, do it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I love you.
Hi there, I'm Danny.
They know that.
My name is Danny.
I told them.
Hey, I'm Danny.
What do you have, ants in your pants?
No, termites. Ha 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 ha. Hey, I'm gonna do a tongue twister.
Which one?
Listen to this. Here goes. Tita tyke the tick the tack the tickle tetas. If Tita tyke the tick the tack the tickle tetas, how many tacks of tickle tetas did Tita tyke the tick? Can you do that?
I don't know, I never tried that. How can you do that?
I don't take drugs. I can do anything.
Well, I don't take drugs either.
So you can do it too.
Good.
That I can do it better.
Well, that might be so. Danny, can you do something even harder?
You want something even harder?
Sure, even harder.
Okay, I'm gonna do it the way somebody does it on drugs.
How would somebody do a tongue twister on drugs?
Well, if you take drugs, you can't think straight, right?
That's right.
So it comes out backwards.
You're going to do it backwards on purpose?
That's right. Here goes. Backwards. Tita tyke the tick the tack the tickle tet.
Stop that.
Can you do that?
No. Danny, why'd you turn your head around backwards?
Yeah, I said it's like somebody who takes drugs, right?
That's right.
Hey, Jonathan, I know.
Okay, tell us, Schmendrick.
Because if you take drugs, it's like you got your head on backwards.
That's right, Schmendrick. Danny, you like to do impressions, right?
That's right.
That means he can make his voice sound like something different, right?
That's right.
Okay, what impression can you do for us today, Danny?
Well, I'm going to do my impression of the inside of the head of somebody who takes drugs.
Inside the head of somebody who takes drugs?
That's what I said.
How can you do that?
Like this. Listen, this is inside the head of somebody who takes drugs. Listen, here goes. Hey, 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 who, is, there, nothing, thing, is, in, here.
Danny, how did you do that?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, Danny, why do you do an echo?
Because if you take drugs, you got nothing in your head.
The guy makes a lot of sense.
That's right, Ezra. Danny, you know, some people who are not very smart think it's fun or it's cool to get high on drugs or drunk on alcohol. Do you think that stuff is cool?
I don't touch that junk. I think it's disgusting. Isn't it disgusting, guys?
Yes, sir, no doubt about it. It's disgusting.
Yeah, Danny, it's absolutely disgusting.
Danny, what do you think it is to be cool?
You want to know what cool is?
I'd like to know.
Hey, you kids in TV land, want to know what cool is? Do you really want to know what cool is? I said, do you really want to know what cool is? All right, you want to tell them?
Yeah, we'll tell them together.
Hey, turn on that music, guys. My name is Danny, and I'm here to say when it comes to drugs, just stay away. Don't be a loser, and don't be a jerk when you play and when you work. I'm Danny.
He's Danny.
I'm Danny. If you want to be smart, you got to have a clear head.
Drugs will make you crazy.
They can even make you dead.
If you're drug-free, you can do whatever you dream.
So come on and join the Danny team. I'm Danny.
He's Danny.
I'm Danny.
Some kids say drugs make you feel all right.
If you like feeling sick and throwing up all night.
Some kids say drugs give you a real good high.
If you want to be stupid and you want to die, I'm Danny.
He's Danny.
I'm Danny.
Some kids say it's fun to smoke a drug called crack.
If you like the feeling of a heart attack,
Hey, crack is fun. I heard some guy said.
If you smoke crack, you got a crack in your head. I'm Danny.
He's Danny.
I'm Danny.
Some folks drink whiskey, and then they get nauseous.
Before you drink whiskey, you better be cautious.
Some folks drink beer, and then they get drunk.
You look like a jerk and they stink like a skunk. I'm Danny.
He's Danny.
I'm Danny.
How about cigarettes? Are they all right?
If you want to cough your brains out all day and night,
If you're a girl or if you're a fellow.
cigarettes make your teeth ugly and yellow.
Kids who smoke cigarettes just don't think.
Because if they did, they know that they stink. I'm Danny.
He's Danny.
I'm Danny.
Well, these kids are smart.
I knew it all along.
In just a minute, you can help us sing this song.
If you don't take drugs, you'll be a lot stronger.
You'll be smarter, good looking, and you'll live a lot longer.
We're not a bunch of drug-head nerds.
So let's all say these Danny words.
Now, if he's asking me,
And let's hear you scream.
we don't take drugs, you're on the Danny team. That wasn't too strong.
It was a little weak.
It sounded like a little squeak.
Now let's see if you're really strong.
Let's hear how loud you can sing this song.
Now repeat after Danny, and let's hear you scream.
We don't take drugs, you're on the Danny team.
We don't take drugs, we're on the Danny team.
I'm Danny.
He's Danny.
I'm Danny.
These kids are okay.
And they are cool.
We're all together here and in school.
If you don't join us, it's a crime.
So let's all say it just one more time.
Let's all shout it.
And let's all scream.
We don't take drugs, you're on the Danny team.
We don't take drugs, we're on the Danny team.
Yeah.
Ezra, what would you do if a friend of yours tried to get you to try drugs?
Well, a friend of mine already did that
When was that?
just the other day.
What did you say?
I said, no way, Jose.
Well, that's pretty smart.
I think it's kind of funny
Why is that funny?
because his name is not Jose.
Well, who was this friend of yours?
Oh, he's not my friend anymore
Why not?
because I wouldn't take the drugs, see?
Yeah?
So he called me a chicken.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What did you say?
I said, I'd rather be a chicken than a dead duck.
That's very smart, Ezra.
Thank you, sir.
Ezra, what would you say if your friends called you other names because you won't take drugs?
Like what?
Well, what if they called you a scaredy cat?
Oh, I don't care.
What if they called you a nerd?
I don't care.
Ezra, what if they called you a wimp?
Hey, those are fighting words.
Ezra,
Hey, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
well, what would you say to them?
Oh, I tell them why drugs are bad for you because they make you sick and addicted and stuff.
Yeah?
And besides, I got better things to do.
Hey, Ezra, what if they don't listen to you and they keep calling you names?
Well, then I think it's time for me to go away and find some new friends.
Well, that's a good idea, Ezra. And what will you say to your old friends?
Well, I'll say, see you later, alligator, when your head gets straighter. After a while, crocodile, when you're dead, you can't smile. I'm going to find new friends who got their head on straight. So stop taking drugs before it's too late. I don't hang out with jerks, and I don't hang out with thugs, because I'm no dummy, and I don't take drugs. Yee!
Very good, Ezra.
You are right, Ezra.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Ezra, there are a lot of fun things you can do instead of taking drugs, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you like to do to have fun?
Oh, I like to play in the Little League team.
Oh, Little League baseball is fun. A lot of sports and games are fun.
Yeah, I like to play tennis and volleyball.
I like to climb trees.
I like to play tiddlywinks.
Well, that's all a lot more fun than taking drugs. Ezra, what position do you play on your team?
Designated hot dog eater.
That's a strange position.
I like it.
You like hot dogs?
I like them with everything.
What do you mean everything?
I like them with mustard, sauerkraut, ketchup, and cheese. Salt and onions, if you please. Relish and pickles and mayonnaise. I could eat hot dogs for days and days. I'm the designated hot dog eater on the team. I just like hot dogs, if you know what I mean. After the game, I'm sick to my tummy. But I don't care. I'm a hot dog dummy. Yee!
Hot dog dummy, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, Ezra, what else do you like to do to have fun?
Well, I like to draw and listen to music.
Well, that's very nice. What do you guys like to do?
I like to play the piano and ride my bike.
I like to eat bananas.
I like to play tiddlywinks.
That's nice. And Ezra, what else do you like to do?
Oh, I like to watch TV.
Well, that's okay, but I think you watch too much TV.
Well, it's better than watching the radio.
Hey, I like to play tiddlywinks.
Yes, we know that already, Schmendrick. What's that?
That's my imaginary telephone.
Where is it?
Right next to you.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Jonathan.
Yes, who is this?
Oh, you're right, sock.
My right sock?
Yeah, check it out, check it out,
Check it out, Johnny.
check it out.
I'll check it out. Hello, Mr. Right Sock?
Yeah.
What are you calling me for?
I think your feet are on drugs.
My feet are on drugs?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because they stink.
I thought I smelled something there.
Stop that.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing, Johnny.
What?
If your feet were on drugs, they really would stink, you know that?
I agree with that. I think it's time for some magic. Ezra put this bag over his head so that he can show us his amazing powers of mind-reading ability. I'm going to hold something up in front of his face, and without looking, he'll read my mind and tell me what I'm holding. Ezra, can you see through the bag?
Oh, I can't see a thing.
Okay, Ezra. Now, I'm going to hold something up, and I'm going to give you a hint. This is a legal drug which is very addictive and very bad for your health. I want you to concentrate hard, and without even looking, I want you to tell me what I'm holding in my hand.
It's a cigarette.
And it was a cigarette. Wasn't that amazing?
Hey, Jonathan, he was looking.
But Schmendrick, there's no hole in the bag.
Jonathan, he's got a hole in the back of the bag.
Oh, I'll check the back.
Jonathan, he's looking, he's looking.
Well, there's no hole in the back. We'll try it again, and I won't take my eyes off him for even a moment. The amazing Ezra, here's a hint. This is an alcoholic drink which could be addictive. You can be hooked on it. I want you to concentrate very hard. Without looking, tell me what I'm holding. I'm not taking my eyes off him. The amazing Ezra. We are all wondering, will the amazing Ezra fail this test? I bet he will, because I'm looking this time.
He's
See?
looking.
It's a bottle of beer.
And it's a bottle of beer. Wasn't that amazing?
Didn't you see him looking?
But did I take my eyes off him for even a moment?
Yes, you did.
I'll tell you what. This time we'll catch him, but I need your help. Don't tell him what I'm holding in my hand. The amazing Ezra. I want you to concentrate hard. Without looking, tell me what I'm holding in my hand.
I told you he was looking.
Well, Schmendrick, you were absolutely right. We caught him this time. Well, Ezra, what do you have to say for yourself now?
My nose. You're holding my nose.
I know I'm holding your nose. Ezra, look at your bag. Look at your bag. See, you have a hole in your bag.
Well, you have a hole in your head.
Ezra, do you really think I have a hole in my head?
Oh, tell me something, Johnny.
What?
Do you take drugs?
No, I don't take drugs.
Oh, I guess you don't have a hole in your head.
Well, that's something I agree with. Ezra, why don't you sing for us Three Blind Mice?
Let's do it together.
How are we going to do that?
Let's do the 3 blind mice challenge.
I think that's too difficult.
Hey, are you taking drugs?
No, I don't take drugs.
Oh, I thought you said if you don't take drugs, you can do anything.
Well, you know that's true, but it takes practice.
Let's try it. Hey, hit that music, kids. You start.
Okay. 3 blind mice. I feel ridiculous. 3 blind mice. Your turn now. See 3 how they blind run mice. See 3 how they blind run mice. They all see ran after her. They a farmer's run wife. She cut off see that tells us how they a carving run knife. Did you ever the old see such an aside in the phone as you like to? She cut off 3 that tells us blind according mice knife. The other 3 see such blind outside in mice life. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice again. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice.
Yeah, we did it. Yay!
I knew they can do it because they don't take drugs.
Well, Ezra, how would you like to say goodbye to all our friends in TV land?
Oh, let's all do it together.
Okay, let's all get close together. Okay, guys, ready, set, go.
We're no dummies. We don't take drugs.
Hey, the video's over now. Turn off the VCR. Hey, put that over there to the left. No, to the right. No, to the left. I said right. I told you left.